All right, so this is going to be a review of Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire, directed by Adam Wingard. I'm pretty sure he did Godzilla v Kong. I'll say how I feel about it in a second. We got some characters coming back in this. We have Aline, I think that's how you say her name. I can't remember how they said it. Played by Rebecca Hall again, and then you have Gia, played by Kaylee Huddle again. That's the deaf girl. She was the last of the tribe from Skull Island in Godzilla v Kong, and she's has this connection with Kong. Taught him sign language. They do sign language back and forth in that movie. In this, she's the adoptive daughter of Rebecca Hall's character. She's going to school and things like that, but she's having a hard time adjusting, and then she starts getting these visions when she starts like drawing these symbols and things on her desk at school and things like that. Turns out that's coming somehow from the Hollow Earth, the center of the Earth where all the monsters and things are. So they end up going down there to figure out, what's going on, along with this vet character, Trapper, played by Dan Stevens, and the conspiracy theorist character from Godzilla v Kong, Bernie, played by Brian Tyree Henry. So I think this one is definitely better than Godzilla v Kong, and I liked it quite a bit. I definitely had fun with it. I have some things to talk about, some issues, but we'll get to that. I think all the performances are good. We mostly stayed with these main four human characters, so the human stuff isn't as boring as it can be. We gave kind of a storyline with the girl, the deaf girl, and give her more importance in the story and things like that. Wasn't terribly interesting, but at least it's something. And I did like the vet character, Trapper, Dan Stevens, and I like Brian Tyree Henry's character, the conspiracy theorist. He's like filming the Hollow Earth and things like that. He wants to kind of gain the popularity he should have gotten, or the attention he should have gotten for what he did in Godzilla v Kong. And I thought he was funny. They're both kind of comedy relief characters, and I actually like them and like their back and forth. Ever since Kong Skull Island, I've always really liked this version of Kong, and I probably like him the most in this movie. I think his whole thing with the young monkey was was pretty funny. I was like laughing at some of it, but especially when you look at Godzilla, like just going through like destroying bridges with cars on it and just stepping on people and destroying planes and doing all this other stuff, not really caring about people at all. It is nice to see Kong actually care about people and other monsters and things like that. But he's still a badass though. It was awesome. it was pretty good. I really like Kong in this. And obviously the thing that everybody's going to see, Godzilla and Kong team up at the end to fight the villain in this. That was a lot of fun too. It's very video gamey. Like there's even a part where like they like run towards each other, kind of slow mos, and you could picture it being like a fighting game or something. And they both have health bars in the top corners. It's very video gamey. It's very ridiculous, but in a fun way. I actually really had a lot of fun with it. So negatives. I do think early on the movie definitely drags a little bit because you don't really know where it's going. It doesn't really have much forward momentum because they're kind of holding things until a little bit later. Like the villain, like one of my friends was like, yeah, they should have definitely had more of the villain. And it's like, yeah, they probably should have, so that we at least know where this is going, so it doesn't feel like we're just kind of aimlessly walking through Hollow Earth. And then you have Godzilla. This feels like it should have been a Kong movie, and they just said, "Oh well, we'll throw Godzilla in it, especially at the end for them to team up, so that it's guaranteed, box office." Because Godzilla doesn't do anything mostly. I mean, he's sleeping, or he's like, stepping on people. He's just killing humans like it's nothing, right? Which automatically makes you like Kong more. But he's kind of just doing his normal thing, I guess. Like there's a point where he takes out some other monster and gets like pink glowy powers from it. I guess that was like an upgrade. This is such a video game. But that doesn't really seem to have much to do with what's going on. He has to kind of be filled in later on as to what's happening, so the final climactic battle with them teaming up can happen. And it kind of makes that earlier stuff with Godzilla feel like meaningless padding. There's definitely less stupid in this. Less lines that make me go, wait, what did you just say? Like in Godzilla v Kong with the whole thing about the skull becoming a supercomputer or whatever was going on there.
They hardwired its DNA, self-generating neural pathways capable of intuitive learning.
Okay, I'm smart, but I only go to high school.
It's a living supercomputer.
There's definitely less of that there, but there's still some, like with the arm that Kong gets, where it's just, I guess it was just laying around, and it was okay. Well, this is convenient. Let's just put this on for this because this particular situation happened with Kong. It's like okay, but the main thing was this other monster, and there's something that has to do with the Ice Age, and I was like, there's no need for that. That feels forced. Like that's ridiculous and forced. You probably could have left that out. Probably my last negative here is the effects. So the effects for the most part look good, but then there's those shots that just look just awkward and unfinished. Even from the beginning, which was throwing me off, was there was Kong was eating something or some other monster, green blood or whatever got all over him, and it just looked off. It didn't look right. There's shots of Godzilla, plenty of shots of Godzilla jumping or doing something else where it's like that just doesn't look right and it's distracting. That monkey, the baby monkey, the reddish brown one, I thought from the trailer, I was like, that doesn't look good, but hey, this is a trailer. It looks a little bit better in the movie, but it still feels kind of awkward and unfinished, and it just took me out of it. Like every time, the thing is ugly, like just straight up ugly throughout the movie for me. That's pretty much it. I liked it. I had fun with it, especially the action scenes. It was funnier than I thought it would be, unintentionally or intentionally funny at times for me, where I was like laughing in the theater uncontrollably. I had fun with it. Not great, but definitely good, I think, for what it is. So I'm gonna give it a good enough, right? I can't remember. I think I gave Godzilla v Kong a rental. I do believe this one is definitely better than that one. Definitely an improvement. And yeah, that's it. I'll give it a good enough, and that's Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. We're done.